Etazuki did play it twice as well in the previous series that they won. So banning that away is going to be the Jace first pick. It's funny that USG actually banned away the Rakan as well, because that was what Helios played, and that's the game that they took against JDG as well. We were kind of watching it as well. We were seeing how aggressive and how crazy Helios plays, but to be honest, Helios can play like any sort of champion, and you know, he quoted himself, you know, he's an aggressive player. He's a player with a lot of confidence as well, so he can play what he can.
Named after the son of a Greek god, I believe that was it. I forget which pantheon that's from, but one of them. Helios, either way. Cool name. But yeah, you look at the 3 bans on USG, you're like, oh, those are all Dragon Laners. No, they do flex those around, but we do see the Kazakhs locked in for Mai, so Chaz will not get that signature pick, as well as the Ziggs, which I still think, I hold firm, Ziggs is, in my opinion, the #1 priority champion at Icon so far. I have seen too many damage charts with Ziggs like twice as much as the next most damaging champion, so I'm liking what USG got so far.
I like it. They're denying away the Kazakhs from Chaz, so Chaz is not going to be picking it up. Getting 3s on a champion that he's known to play as well. He's played it quite a few times. He has already played it in this tournament as well. The Galio coming in as well. So there's a lot of lockdown at the moment from RRQ. We're not really too sure where the champions are going to be going at the moment. It could be a mid lane Jace. It could be a Baron lane Jace. There's a lot of flexibility on the RRQ side.
But it's a classic combo, right? Yep. The Camille, the Galio. We've seen this since Season 1, since Season 0. They go in with the Hextech Ultimatum, lock it down, and then Heroic Entrance on top. And with something like a Ziggs, and even a Kazakh's Corki, these are all squishy members on the side of USG. So when we look at this team that likes to scale, likes to play very slow. I mean, we just saw Flash Wolves put USG in that same bucket, right? They go for these late game style of gameplay. You might just get destroyed early on. Like, you can get dove very easily with this kind of comp.
And that's the thing, you know, hookshot with Camille is easy access into the backline. Hextech Ultimatum as well can easily lock down the Ziggs, and that's kind of what you need to do against the Ziggs, because as you said, you know, if Ziggs gets untouched, if Ziggs can just throw his bombs in the backline, then you're just going to do as much damage as possible. But when you have backline access like the Camille, like the Galio, you can easily jump onto the Ziggs. It's going to be hard for them to kind of disengage as well. I think USG needs some sort of disengage now. Maybe a Brom could be pretty decent, and Alistar could also be a good option as well to kind of knock that Camille away from the Ziggs and Corki to protect them.
There are a lot of melee champions, but they're going for the Wukong instead, presumably up into the Baron lane. Corki Ziggs still kind of flexible depending on which lane matchup they want. But RRQ, okay, I was gonna say they don't have a lot of AP right now, but they're going for the TF Lee Sin. Yes?
Who's playing duo lane?
Oh, is this back to the TF bot lane?
It could be either TF bot lane, or it could also be Jace. I mean, we've seen a very, very little bit of Jace bot lane, which I don't really too like myself. I mean, Jace does have the range form, just have a possibility to carry as well. But I don't know, it could be the TF at the same time.
We have seen TF Dragon Lane in past metas. It's been a while. I haven't seen this in a long time. So, but based on this right now, it looks like that's it. USG locking in the set as their final pick. You said they needed peel. You said they needed something to stop all this dive. I'd say Set and Wukong do a decent job.
Yeah, Wukong can disengage with the knock-up, then Set can use the ultimate to maybe knock out Camille away. That's what I want to see from Cars this game. I don't want to see the engages, I want to see the disengage from Cars, you know, taking Camille away, taking the Lee Sin away. You see how much dive the RRQ have. You know, they have the TF Destiny as well that could dive into the backline, the Camille, the Lee Sin, the Galio. RRQ comp just tells me we want to go in. We want to play aggressive. We want to get on top of that Zing. They have the potential to win this, but like you said, with RRQ's aggression as well, and it is going to be TF in that bot lane as well. Starting off with a Ruby Crystal, so I'm not too sure if it's going to be AD TF because it doesn't have
Rod of
lethal
Ages.
tempo,
I think you still just go full AP with this pick. Unique from RRQ to start off their last series in the play-ins. A reminder, the winner continues onto the group stage at Icons. The loser is packing their bags and heading home. Everything on the line right now.
We spoke about in the last series about the lockdown in the duo lane with the Thresh and the Lux before. This is exactly the same thing from RRQ as well. The exact same thing where TF can use a gold card, then you have the Galio taunt straight afterwards as well. You have the lockdown from the Camille, and it's all about trying to shut down threes, because threes is going to be one of the main damage dealers on the side of USG in this game. And you can see already that The stunt card and everything is going out. I think it was in America that we saw ADTF before. I believe it was Rest, if I'm not mistaken, was it?
Yes, we did see some of the physical damage building TFs. I mean, you pretty much always go rapid fire, regardless, because you want that extra range on the gold cards, even if you're AP not as much, but sometimes static shiv you're not expecting as much.
I think I remember seeing like Blades of the Ruined King.
Yeah, some of those ones will take you for a whirl. We'll still have to hold our judgment to see what he ends up going for at the end of the day. I do think that they still want AP in this comp, so that's why I'm expecting an AP TF build. But a lot of that will come down to, do you get fed? Do they play through you? Because right now we're flashing forward as Qeon, and they just lock down Kaz. The set is taken down. First blood to RRQ.
That's the lockdown I was saying, and Chaz didn't even, Kaz didn't even have enough time to flash away. He still has to flash, he still has the ignite, but with the lockdown that they have on the side of RRQ, the flash gold card, the flash taunt as well, and they're just going again.
They're going even deeper. That's exhaust and flash used. Kaz is here. Yeah, RRQ, I think they were afraid at first. They realized, wait a minute, it's just a set with Boots Ruby Crystal. We're not really intimidated. So they push Kaz off again. He's gonna reset twice. Actually, Kaz is still approaching. Gonna try and use that set passive, but that is a turret plate over to RRQ.
We're going to take a look back at this replay, and it was initially the E-Flash, which did miss, but it allowed Yosun to actually get into range for that taunt, and that's all you needed. And also you had Marky as well after that with the gold card, with the lockdown, and it was a nice, easy pickup. But already this bot lane priority over to the side of RRQ, which is something that you don't really expect from them, especially with this TF Galio lane as well. It's not really something that we probably expect from RRQ. Normally, Chaz likes to play around Helios, but this time, I think they adapted and they realized that the bot lane is where they can get the advantage.
And the kill going to Marky, the turret plate going to Marky, as well as the waves. That is a Rod of Ages completed at 2 minutes, 50 seconds. That has to be the fastest completed item I have seen all icons.
That's pretty crazy, to be fair. I mean,
that's not to say it's the most, but that I have seen, that is insane.
I mean, that means that, you know, the Marquis is going to be able to scale up a lot easier as well, because the Rod of Ages, for those who don't know, once you buy the item, you scale up every minute, and you scale up and you get more health, you get more mana, you also get more AP. So the sooner you get the item, the better it's going to be. Like you said, at 2 minutes, 50 seconds, it means that the fully stacked Rod of Ages is going to come online a lot quicker than people can imagine.
And now you're level 5 on the TF, so we can start looking at those global plays. Pop the Destiny, jump behind these squishy members. You're packing a massive wall up when you're hitting them with those cards. And now RRQ, they're looking at the bottom lane yet again. Wow. They really want to put the hurt on USG. Threes and Kaz at least have the backup of Mai, so they absorb it.
They're making sure that Threes doesn't have a free lane, because that's normally what you can do with Ziggs. You can just throw out your bombs, you can just keep wave clearing, play safe. But RRQ don't want to do that. They don't want to allow this Ziggs to scale. They want to play aggressive toward this bot side. Another combo that I didn't really think about as well is, imagine if Marky actually ulties in with TF, with Destiny, and then Galio follows up afterwards as well. They have a lot of follow-up. They have a lot of roaming.
What did I say? It's a fun comp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creativity that they can put together here. So far, the creativity, though, has just been heavy focus on the bottom half of the map. But now USG make their first play. Flash out of Devil J. They get the hook shot. So using ultimates to get summoner spells. RRQ again looking at this play. They're going to dive under. Just hard focus. Threes. Kaz does get to safety. Chaz could be in trouble right now as, they're traded back. Double kill for Chaz. Don't know why Exosin went down. Destiny used by Marky. Okay, he's deep in enemy territory.
What is he doing? He's on the wrong side of the map. Exhaust goes down as well. I think he's just dead.
He's got the flash over the Dragon Wall. Okay, flash followed by Tatsuki. This is huge from USG. This should just be a kill for Corki. One more auto. There we have it. USG successfully answer back, but Devil J once more. Hextech Ultimatum immediately down onto Tatsuki, who is just out of mana. There's no hope. What a strange series of events.
Strange series of misplays as well. I'm not too sure why he used Destiny over there. I think he just must have misclicked it or something. But Exosun actually used the ultimate underneath the tower to try and defend Chaz. We're going to go back and quickly look at this replay. Originally, it was really well played by Chaz. It was the lockdown onto Threes. They got the little advantage. But the problem is there's no minions there. So Chaz already takes the tower aggro. You can see Exosun. He uses the ultimate. Chaz escapes. But then Exosun is under tower as well now. So that means they get 2-for-1 trades, which is not bad for them. 2-for-2 trade, sorry, which is not bad for them. But then afterwards, what we didn't see on the replay was Marky actually used the Destiny all the way into pretty much the base of USG, which means that he's on the complete wrong side of the map.
You know, when I said they can do a lot of creative things, that's not necessarily what I meant, but it isn't not what I meant. As RRQ now looking at Tatsuki at the package, Valkyrie away, and the Sonic Wave follow-up from Chaz's Lee Sin. That's another kill for RRQ. They are 3,000 in the lead.
Chaz is smurfing on this Lee Sin right now. Honestly, that was really well played. Sometimes with Lee Sin, sometimes you say, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. But this time it was all about Chaz playing patient because you know that the Corki package is going to come out. So he just waits until the Corki package and then he dives in afterwards.
When you land a Sonic Wave, we should have like a chart. When to do it and when not to do it. If you see the enemy Corki with 200 health, yes, you take that. Your body telling you yes, and it's correct. When they have the package and you land it, don't go yet. Hold it.
Just hold it, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can make some content about this later.
Maybe a meter or something.
Yeah.
Maybe a meter is like, or maybe a prediction or something, you know? Sonic Wave lands, and then we all predict, you know, does he go in? Does he not go in? Is it the right call?
Freeze frame.
Yeah.
What do they do from this moment? As now the question is, what do USG do from this moment? With this goal deficit, they still are a team that likes to scale. They like to play a slower game. So this isn't necessarily surprising for me. The question being now is, what's the next play?
Yeah, they're on the back foot right now. There's no objectives or anything up at the moment, so I feel like USG are just going to play very safe. They're just going to wave clear with this Corki and also the Ziggs. But the problem is now is that you're already so far behind on gold, and with this RRQ comp as well as...
Kaz just walks forward. Nicely caught from RRQ, but maybe traded right back. Mayu and Tatsuki getting a couple kills, make it 3 for 1. That is what USG needed.
A counter engage from USG, a little bit of an overextension there by RRQ. We said that RRQ is all about the aggression, all about the confidence as well, but that's not something you need. But Devil J, they still want to go in.
He's got the Hextech ultimatum, he's down to 3s, pushes Tatsuki back towards Marky, but Marky's taking massive damage right there. And everybody from USG gets out scot-free.
Yep, they're going to be getting out nice and easily for now. But we're going to take a look quickly back at that replay. So it was originally Exosun that actually walked up to Kaz and would try to land a taunt. You can see that there is no vision at the moment, but the problem is that's a set. That's a set that's tanky and that can take a lot of damage and also has a shield at the same time. You can see the shield just buys so much time and that allows the rest of USG to collapse. The Mega Inferno Bomb on top of that as well. And honestly, it's really nice from USG, you know, playing the reactive game, making RRQ come towards them, and then making the reactive play to know that, okay, they've already used all their abilities, so we can look to dive in straight after that.
That was, I believe, a fully stacked Haymaker. I would guess he was close to 1 HP from full HP. He did half of Chaz's health with that punch.
True damage, by the way.
True damage, by the way. RRQ do take the Dragon Lane turret, so furthering their lead slightly. Devil J now fighting Lark here. Cyclone's available. There we go. Pair it with the Ziggs bomb flash away from Devil J, but USG are not allowing him to escape. It's a trade as Kaz did go down, went for the showstopper a little deep. 1 for 1.
Yeah, Kaz went underneath the tower there with the showstopper. Not something you want to do, but meanwhile, Helios, he's just in a Baron lane. He's just like, okay, I've got my whole breaker. I can just play really easily, and I can push down this tower. That's what he's going to do, but Tatsuki is there as well. But USG are not stopping his bot sides.
Oh, Exosun flashing forward with the taunt, and Marky with the Destiny. This is what you can do. Nobody expects a third champion to suddenly appear after the Galio flash taunts. So USG, they don't get the turret and they lose another kill.
USG don't respect the global presence that RRQ has from the Destiny, from Exosun as well. There's so many ways that RRQ can get around the map. That's the crazy part about this comp, and that's what you said. They can pretty much do whatever they want at the moment with all of the roaming that they can do. But now that the Rift Tower is up, RRQ looks to be able to take this for free as well. But USG, you can see the bot lane tower as well. So low on health, they couldn't get the tower in the end. At the moment, RRQ 2 towers to 0, about 400,000 gold.
RRQ get the Herald, but Dragon's up. USG already have 1. They can continue stacking these Dragons, and they have the Corki package. But as I say that, Tatsuki's actually going top side. Okay, now he's looking back.
Yep.
He's heading back towards the Dragon. I expect this to be where
flank.
USG force it.
Look at Kaz in the bot sides.
Massive engage right there. Chaz in a lot of trouble, has to go to stasis. But the rest of USG, they go forward. Lark continues the engage. RRQ, they don't have the comp to deal with this kind of upfront engage. They want to play more for the side lanes, so they lose a member.
Beautiful flank by Kaz. I'm not too sure how he got onto the enemy side of the map, but he recognized that Helios was in the bot side. He was pushing out the wave, and then Kaz just wrapped all the way around. Protobell ultimate on top of Chaz, and that's the jungler down, but they're not going to be able to take Dragon from this.
Wow, surprised the USG didn't just hard commit onto that. I mean, the only way for RRQ to stop you there is just committing the Hextech ultimatum from Devil J, but they don't have the heroic entrance to back it up. I feel like USG could have gone for it, but now RRQ, they say, all right, well, you didn't take the Dragon, we'll just pick it up.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Kangas. I feel like USG could have actually taken the Dragon there because they had the advantage. They took down Chaz, but now they're just going to give it over to RRQ for free, and now they have the mid lane tower as well, which is under threat.
Oh, the wombo from RRQ's jungle Baron lane. 1-2 punch. Sonic Wave lands. Hook shot forward. Wow, RRQ are so fast on that trigger pull.
As soon as they find an advantage, as soon as they find a window, they go in. They do not hesitate at all. They took down the Dragon. They got the wombo combo, like you said. Lark and May did go down. They're going to use that Rift Tower toward the mid lane tower as well. And there were moments where you feel like USG had a little bit of an opportunity to come back in. They were winning team fights, but they just didn't take any advantage out of it as we take a look back at the replay.
Yeah, watch this. The Sonic Wave lands, and Mai's like, no, he's probably not going to take this, right? Okay, remember that graph? Remember that graph? You take it! You take those ones when you got Devil J behind you, at least.
Exactly, you got Devil J as backup behind you. The kick as well actually knocked up both Mai and Lark, and it's a beautiful double kill by RRQ. And honestly, USG, I still feel like they should have gone for that Dragon because they took down Chaz, they had the vision control around the Dragon, even though it is a little bit risky because some of the members were low on health. But to be honest, when RRQ already used so many of their ultimates, you know, Devil J didn't have the ultimate, Exorcism didn't have the ultimate, you feel like they could just burst it down really, really quickly with their comp, and then they could just back off, but they just play it passive instead.
But now catching up to live, I mean, what could have been did not happen. USG now need to find a way to get themselves back in this game, and flash from Exorcism gets the flash out of threes, but the hard engage continues, and that is a kill picked up from RRQ. Looking for more. Heroic entrance lands. Satsuki the gold card. Sonic Wave, does he take it? Okay, it looks like we're leaning on the don't take it side of things for Chaz right there, but RRQ will still be happy with a pick onto the Ziggs.
And the crazy thing is as well is that Mai was actually the one that played Lee Sin twice when his teams last faced, and Chaz was the one that actually played Kha'Zix twice. So now Chaz is like, okay, I'm going to pick the Lee Sin and I'm going to show you how to do it.
That's
and
a
he's
flex
doing
right
perfect.
there.
He's the big flex.
That's
6, 3, and 4 at the moment, the most gold in the entire game.
As Omo calls it, that psychic damage, or maybe that was Grant. I don't remember. One of the SK casters says that's psychic damage right there. As Kaz, big engage onto Chaz. Mai into the turret. Doesn't have the damage quite yet. And now Helios with the big flank on the chase. Under the turret, double kill.
Beautiful flank by Helios there, just diving underneath the tower. The stasis comes in from Chaz, and there's nothing that USG can do about it right now. They're nearly 10,000 gold behind. RRQ are in full control, and honestly, Kangas, it's going to be a struggle for USG to come back into this game.
They don't necessarily have these crazy late game scalers that guarantee them a win fight around the 20-minute mark. They have some scaling, but I just don't see this like, okay, clear win condition for them. You're dealing with the split push of RRQ now, who finally took the tier 2 turret, and you gotta imagine we'll start to take more tier 2 turrets at this point in time with their double hull breaker push. Oh, if you are a fan of USG, you are sweating right now thinking, how do we possibly come back from this one?
It's hard because you can see that Helios is in the top side. He could get caught here though. I think he should be okay, especially with Ghost Blades.
Destiny available for Marky. You got to be really careful.
Look at the mid lane though.
Yeah, like USG, they overload members topside, chasing a kill, which even then they probably don't even get it because of the defensive ultimates. And RRQ say, sure, we'll just take 2 turrets for this. And we still see Tatsuki here all alone trying to catch the wave. RRQ are playing this mid game beautifully.
And USG, like you said, they over-committed into the top side of the map. It means that RRQ were able to get the mid lane tower, and Devil J was able to get the bot lane tower, and then Corki just overstayed in the top side, Tatsuki, and oh my, Devil J, just chill. Just rude. Just
rude, honestly.
Just tower diving underneath the inhibitor tower, he just doesn't care.
And he's got the Hullbreaker cannon minion right now, while RRQ are literally 2 champing the Baron. There's
They have
nobody
vision.
that can even see. I mean, yeah, they spot this out, but they can't approach because they know that Exison's there.
They've just got
Marky's
it.
there as well. Maybe Kaz can look for something. Kaz not finding the play, not finding the engage. And now, with Baron-empowered minions, USG are just pulled everywhere on the map.
I think you said it perfectly there. I think that's what RRQ are doing at the moment. They're pulling USG around the map. USG just look completely lost at the moment. They don't know where to be at the right times. They trying to commit everyone to the top side to try and get Helios, but then they lose mid and bot lane tower. Then after that as well, they tried to go in the bot side to try and catch up Devil J. But then after that, RRQ just take the Baron. RRQ just playing this map perfectly. And now with the Baron under their shoulders, now with the Elder Dragon as well, USG have to fight for this Elder Dragon because with Baron and Elder, it's really, really hard to come back, and they could look for engage.
Maybe they find something mid. Oh, they block the Justice Punch from Exosin. He's trying his best to stay alive, maybe buy some time for the team to do something. That's a pick for USG.
Look at the top of bot lane, though. You can see that the double hole breakers, they're pushing into the base.
They're just taking the end.
They're going to try and end.
They're going for the end right now. Helios is on the Nexus.
In.
Devil J's on the Nexus. The first backdoor of Icons. RRQ pull it off and take game one.
And again, it's the overextension from Unsold Stuff Gaming. They tried to commit in the mid lane. They tried to get a pick. They tried to get kills in the mid lane. But unfortunately for them, they don't realize the double hole breaker. The Camille's pushing top side. The Jace is pushing bot side. And they just end the game with the Baron buff.
I love the comp from RRQ. There's so many.
Player advantage. RRQ would do a really good job disengaging, and then the sidelines, the turret would go down, and you would get one of those little ski slopes you see in the
I do
gold
like a
ground.
good ski slope, TJ.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you
That's
like
nice.
to go skiing?
Back home in Utah, actually. We have great resorts.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of that in SEA.
Well, you should come to the United States.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I will.
Come skiing with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be great. The vibes there, absolutely immaculate.
Sure, but the vibes here, of course, are also as immaculate because RRQ, you heard them. They were so energetic.
Oh,
They-
it's beyond immaculate.
It is beyond immaculate. And Helios himself. Helios was cackling. That's the word for it. Cackling
Yeah.
the entire
Because-
match.
He kept being in these positions where he's like, I guess I just take a turret. I guess I just get a kill here.
I'm behind enemy lines. I guess I got a double kill. I guess I'm still alive. Haha.
And it was because USG were just being taken apart by this spread out map pressure. And part of the problem is, if you are drafting a late game composition into a pick composition, there is nobody that RRQ is afraid of facing in the side lanes. They have nobody